money may be one of the biggest challenges you face in your business career. Securing the right funding is critical to help you get your business off to the right start. In fact, underfunding is often viewed as one of the key causes to business failure. But where do you go to raise money? It's sometimes said that an entrepreneur is someone who uses other people's money to become successful. In a minority of cases that may be true, but the reality is most businesses are funded through a combination of personal resources, bank and loan funding and public sector support.
So let's take a look at these options in turn. Personal resources are often overlooked as a source of business startup funding. They can take the form of personal savings or soft loans from friends and family. Some business websites may also advise on the use of debit and credit cards, but a degree of caution is needed here. Only take on debt you are comfortable with and that is truly necessary for the business. If you're really uncomfortable with external debt, then you need to find out about bootstrapping, the process of starting a business without external funding. Please see the resource pack that accompanies this presentation. Banks and some other lending organisations are often willing to consider loans to new businesses based on a strong business plan and realistic financial projections. As a business owner, you'll be eager to raise funds and will no doubt have absolute confidence in your business. But you need to look from the perspective of the lender, who, after all, you're expecting to take a risk. In evaluating a loan application, there are a number of questions your lender may have in mind, but here are three you should pay particular attention to. Firstly, serviceability. Does the cash flow forecast demonstrate an ability to keep up the repayments on the business loan? Secondly, security. If the worst comes to the worst and the business fails, then will the lender be able to recover any of their loan? And thirdly, stake. Is the business owner truly committed to the business? If so, what are they prepared to invest? If you have a funding gap and your business plan demonstrates that your idea is viable, then you may be able to get support through public sector sources. A good first port of call is to visit YEZ Glasgow and find out what support is available to you.
Confident financial management is key to business. Take control of the accounts. Dealing with them on a daily basis allows you always to be on top of your finances and respond quickly to new opportunities and developments.
So, how do we go about assessing the funding needs of the business? And how do we fund it? As you work through your business plan, you may well identify a number of capital items your business needs. This might include a computer, a vehicle, tools of the trade, equipment, and so on. There are also a number of other upfront costs, such as your website, promotional materials, and possibly a rent deposit if you're taking on premises. But one significant cost that is sometimes overlooked by new businesses is what we call the working capital requirement. This is the money you need to cover all your expenditure until you generate sufficient sales revenue to reach your break-even point. You can find out how to calculate this when you prepare your business plan and cash flow forecast. So, a typical funding package might look something like this. You'll see on the left-hand side of the table a list of all the major startup costs. We have money for vehicle and signage, a laptop and software, the development of a new website, some design and printing costs, and in this case, because it's a carpet cleaning business, a carpet cleaner and accessories. You'll also see an entry there for working capital. This is our estimate of the money we need to tide us over until the business breaks even. And so you'll see the total funding requirement is £12,100. In the right-hand column, we see how this money will be financed. We have some personal investment. This is money that the business owner has saved up to set up his own business, worth £900. He also owns some equipment. In this case, it happens to be the laptop and software, so that was £700. He's used his interpersonal skills to raise a family loan of £2,500, and by approaching the Prince's Trust Youth Business Scotland, has secured a loan for £5,000. That's given him a lot of what he needs, but finally he negotiated an overdraft with his bank to give him a total of £12,100. You'll see then that both sides of this statement match. The startup costs are met by the finance. You will see that the business owner has made a realistic allowance for working capital and drawn on a wide range of sources to get the right funding in place.
By now you'll be aware that a strong business plan and supporting financial projections are key to successful fundraising. At YEZ Glasgow we strongly recommend you put the time and effort into creating an effective business plan, and you might like to start by viewing our webinar on effective business planning. If you have any questions on funding your business, then visit the YEZ Glasgow website, yezglasgow.org.uk, or call in to speak to one of our advisors. We hope you found this short introduction useful and wish you good luck in raising the funding for your business.